Hey y'all, it's me Justina from Investigative Selfism, and this is a very, very quick episode. I know that holidays are either coming or are here already, depending on where you live, and I thought, man, dealing with family, it's not a very nice word to use, dealing, but in a way, yeah, it can be very hard. It can be very tricky. It really depends on what kind of family you have. Man, if your family is all like loving, caring, and functional, then, congrats. You probably won some kind of a statistical lottery, so good for you. But for the rest of us, I thought, 4 things to remember when we're with our families for sometimes only a short period of time is enough, or a longer period of time. So I thought of 4 reminders for taking everything a bit more, like in a more healthy, kind of more mindful way. So 4 reminders are like how we can see a family gathering or to spend time with family. So 1, it can be a reminder for us to be mindful, and we know that it's a test of our patience usually, right? Or it can be, it's like, hey, it's a test for me. Let's see how I do. So that's number 1. Number 2, it's a very good opportunity for us to see how well we're drawing our boundaries, because that can be very difficult with families, right? So if someone's asking you a question that's uncomfortable, you can see, okay, am I saying, that's a weird question, I don't know why you're asking this, or yeah, I don't feel comfortable responding to this, query, or like basically for us to, to take that temperature check to see, okay, how am I doing in that respect, because it can be very difficult with family. Number 3, it can be a reminder for us to be a bit more compassionate. I know it's very difficult with family because we know people so well. And sometimes I think it's easier to know it in theory that yes, people, are the way they are because they didn't have access to certain tools, because of also what happened to them, what kind of families they're coming from, right? So all these things, like we know in theory, but we're dealing with someone, for example, very unpleasant. We're like, like what the hell, like what is this behavior? So, and obviously, hey, if there has been some serious abuse in a family, I'm not telling you to like forgive the abuser, because I think accountability is very important in that process. If it's not there, it's not there. But in cases that are not as extreme, can we remind ourselves that, wow, okay, clearly they didn't have certain tools, that's why they're still like this. And the last point, a reminder for us to think, what things we want to continue in our family and what things end with us. I think that's very important. If you're seeing that certain behavior you don't like, you're seeing some, whatever patterns, like, okay, that's my family, right? But can it stop with me? And what is that I would like to stop? And then, hey, how do I equip myself so I don't bring it on? Don't spread it further, sort of. Like, what do I need not to pass it on? Like, what's that important work for me? Because I don't want to be like this. I know it sounds very negative what I'm saying, but also the pleasant things we do know how to deal with, but it's the other stuff, right, that we sometimes need some reminders for. I mean, I need them myself. Oh my God, yes. So it's also a video for myself, as all my videos. But I hope it helps you, think of these reminders as you're dealing with, an unpleasant situation within a family, or maybe outside of it as well. Hopefully you don't need to, but if you have to, I hope it helps. So thank you so much for listening and watching, and we'll see you soon.